The Man Next Door came about as a concept on my birthday last year. The Man Next Door is my brother-in-law who actually does live next door. And for my birthday, he bought me this toy xylophone. And he said to me, it was a joke for me to go and make some music with. And so I thought about it and I thought, you know what, I will actually try and write something based around the toy xylophone. Because it's always good to have a base for an idea or something to build a concept around, because it gives you that sort of stimulation for your next idea. So when it came to 2025 and I was thinking about what to write when, I had this idea of something with the xylophone around June time. So a couple of months ago, I dug the xylophone out of my wardrobe. Only a little toy thing. It's like 7 or 8 notes long. It's about an octave. So you couldn't actually write a proper song using it. So as with most of what I do, the xylophone sound itself is synthesizers, but the actual xylophone itself is pictured on the track art for the song, so it does make an appearance there. But no, I wrote 3 xylophone tracks, so the melodies and harmonies intertwined together to create the original theme. I then had to decide, do I want this to be like quirky electronica, or do I want it to be more sort of traditional dance, sort of EDM music? So I went for the latter. So I started building up the synthesizers and I kept going and going and going, layer, layer. And it got to the point where there was so much going on. It was so muddy and it was crowded. I just, as I often have to do, take a step back, come back to it later with fresh ears and try again. And I took out about 70-80% of what I'd recorded. I stripped it back to maybe the xylophones plus maybe 2 or 3 other synth layers, and that way you could hear all the different elements coming together without them overcrowding each other. So that was the sort of first theme, and then I did a second theme as the song progresses, and it sort of went a bit more off book, if you like. It sort of left the xylophone piece behind and it was a lot more core dance music. So I built that out, but then the xylophone theme always comes back around. And then later on in the track, as it's building, I revisit that second theme and I build on it again and build. And then the original theme with the xylophones comes back to take you to the end. And so it closes out with the xylophones on their own, having been the theme to the whole track.